What's going on, guys? It's your boy Dave back for oh geez, what is it? Part 4 of our tattoo pro tip extravaganza. We talked about history, we talked about how to build your portfolio, how to find your artist, your parlor, how to put things together. We talked about what to do just before your tattoo, like the month before, and then the day before, and then right up to going to the parlor. And then I went down and I got some work done. So today I want to talk to you guys about aftercare. Aftercare is quite possibly more important than your pre-tattoo homework and work that you're going to be doing, because the way you take care of your tattoo afterwards is going to determine how well it looks in the weeks, months, and years following. So I'm going to, again, try and keep this one pretty brief because we got quite a bit to cover because this is so important. So I'll include some regular pro tips, just some straight up stuff for you guys to think about, and then I'll include maybe a couple platinum level pro tips for you guys that I've learned over the years. So first thing you want to do is listen to your tattoo artist. He or she is going to tell you the correct sequence of events you need to take, taking care of your tattoo after you already got it. So listen to them first before you do anything. What I do, I'm going to give you guys my regiment because, again, I've been getting tattooed for a long time, so I've got my method down to a science. And that science is not copywritten anywhere, so I can share it with you guys. So whenever I get done tattooed, I go home, and you're going to take generally they'll put a bandage on, some paper towels, and just wrap it to keep it covered. Get home, take that off, and then just take some room temperature water, or even borderline cool water, or hop in the shower, and some white Zest bar soap. I'm talking cheap bar soap now, something with very, very little chemicals in it, no aloe, none of that. You don't need any of that. Oh, excuse me. Lather up and then just wash that area that you got tattooed. That's going to do two things. One, it's going to get rid of any little dust particles or dirt particles that got in there, any kind of fibers or filings that have been floating around got in there. And it's also, you're going to have a lot of extra blood and ink that just got smeared around you, and so you're going to be that'll get that all cleaned off. Rinse it down real well, and then take a towel, preferably one that's been laundered a few times so it gets rid of all the fibers and lint and little cotton balls that new towels have when you get them. They always leave stuff behind. So you want a nice, well-worn towel, and then just pat it dry. Let it dry out. You can throw your t-shirt on, if you got a big shoulder piece like I've got. I'll just throw a tank top on and let it air out for a minute. And then this is kind of the important part, because you're going to be doing this over and over and over again. When you're done with that, if your tattoo artist doesn't give you the medical grade A&D ointment that they usually use, you'll notice it has a big kind of glob of almost looks like Vaseline on the tray when they're tattooing you. For the most part, that's medical grade vitamin A and vitamin D ointment. That helps that needle move along the skin so it doesn't, doesn't kick up on them, okay? Generally, they'll give you a packet or two of that and say, use this twice a day, and then you can switch to lotion. I find that, and you can consider this platinum level pro tip here, the Curel or Lubriderm brand with the green label, which generally has a little bit of like a sea kelp extract in it. It's pretty close to sort of natural. It doesn't have a lot of perfumes, it's unscented, not a lot of preservatives in there. That's what I use. Now, this is important. Every day when you get in the shower, you get cleaned up, you get out. When you take that lotion, and I'm talking, and remember, that's another important thing. When you're washing your tattoo, stay with that bar soap for the time being. Don't use your body washes and your coconut butter, aloe vera, tree bark, apricot stuff on your tattoo in the shower. Just use that bar soap. So when you get out and you use that lotion, I'm talking like a Toll House morsel size on the tip of your finger is enough to do an entire shoulder area. So you put that on there, and I just do swipe, 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 and then just very gently, just the thinnest sheen of lotion. Some people swear that they need to lather up with the Aquaphor or Tattoo Goo brand, Tattoo Goo aftercare products. They're great stuff, but mine, I can get it from day I got out of the chair. I can be back in the chair in as little as 3 weeks with a fully healed arm. Okay, so that's the regimen I use. Twice a day, bar soap and cool water, and then twice a day, little tiny bit of that lotion on there, and that's it. And then what you're going to see is very much like a sunburn. You're going to see those colors. That skin's going to start to dry up, crack, and break, and it's going to start flaking off. Okay, very much like a sunburn. That's how a tattoo heals. Okay, that's part of it. So also another pro tip, this isn't a pro tip, this is maybe FYI, is get ready to be cleaning up chunks of colored skin that are all over your house and bed and rug and everything. It's also part of the tattoo experience. So once all the initial layer's gone, what you'll do is you'll see underneath that, it'll almost be really shiny. That's that new skin coming through. And you'll see little dots of what look like flakes of skin on that. That's done. Once that occurs, you can go back to using your regular bath products and stuff like that, and you'll be ready to rock and roll. One thing I did want to tell you guys too is whenever you get tattooed in the ditch here or here, anywhere there's flexing up on the shoulder, under the arm, I'm just going to grab this. I want to show you guys something very, very quickly. You can see those little kind of white stripes right there. Okay. That's a perfectly natural occurrence when you get tattooed. What that is because of that flexing, that's not able to heal quite as well as a part that's completely stationary. So that color is going to pull apart, come together, pull apart, come together. And what ends up happening is it basically just pops that color out. Again, perfectly normal occurrence. It happens. There's really nothing we can do about that. It's just a matter of time. And your tattoo artist will go back over that when you get it touched up and fix all that up and be ready to go. So that being said, let me leave you guys with a special platinum level pro tip. Okay, remember how I talked to you about not eating anything before your tattoo? Well, there's a reason for that. Is after you get your tattoo, and this is again special Dave Brennan platinum level Centurion Club pro tip here. When you are done with the tattoo, especially if you've been in the chair 3, 4, 5, even 6 hours sometimes. Oh, pardon me. I want you to take your ass home, get back in your pajamas, sit on your couch, turn the TV on, and if you've got like a collection of DVDs, like of a long show, Simpsons, Game of Thrones, Son of Anarchy, put that in. Take your goddamn phone off the hook. And then I want you to go down the street to your local pizza place, wherever it is. Get yourself a large cheese pizza. Or the biggest cheese pizza that they have. Okay. And a 12-pack of Orange Crush. You're going to want to bulk up immediately after you get your tattoo, because you are going to be feeling moderately run down, trust me. And as long as everything's feeling okay and you're just a little worn out and a little tired, that's fine. You need downtime. You need R&R. So I recommend getting a tattoo on your Friday, if you can, and then giving yourself your weekend to relax and catch up, depending on the size of the tattoo. But the pizza and Orange Crush, that's going to get that food back in you, that sugar, those electrolyte, everything that you just spent getting a tattoo, you need to put that right back in your body, okay, guys? So again, take that one to the bank. You can make book on that one, trust me. That one works like a charm. So anyway, guys, that was aftercare. Sorry, this one ran a little bit longer, but again, aftercare is what's most important, you know. So I think what we'll do is the next pro tip we do, I'll tell you guys, I'll talk to you about safety. I'll talk to you about practicality of tattoos and how people view them in today's society. I'm just, again, this is all going to be opinion stuff, but the safety stuff, we're going to talk a little bit about bloodborne pathogens, cross contamination of inks with blood. We're going to talk about hepatitis, just to touch a little bit. But one of the really important things I want to talk to you guys about is allergic reactions, but we'll cover that anyway. So, again, this has been your boy Dave with part 4 of our tattoo pro tip extravaganza, and this was on aftercare. I hope you guys learned something, and I will see you on the next one, and we'll talk about safety. So, have a great day.